Start.
Hello students, welcome to the statistics class. In the previous class, I have been discussing along with you solving of linear programming problem using simplex method. There we have seen an algorithm along with an example. Here the example was, we have seen an example of application of simplex algorithm for two variables, x1 and x2. Now today we are going to see a problem of three variables and how to solve it by using the simplex algorithm. We will see it now. Maximize z is equals to 2x1 minus 2x minus x2 plus 2x3 subject to the constraints 2x1 plus x2 less than or equals to 10, x1 plus 2x2 minus 2x3 less than or equals to 20, x1 plus 2x3 less than or equals to 5, x1 comma x2 comma x3 greater than or equals to 0. Now a simplex an LPP problem is given. What is an LPP problem? Once again we will go through it. Maximize the 2x minus x2 plus 2x3, we call it as an objective function, and these three equations are subjective constraints. Subjective constraints are inequations. Now and this third one, x1 comma x2 comma, all the variables should be greater than or equals to 0. The given variable should be greater than or equals to 0. The objective function, subjective constraint and non-negative restriction put together is called linear programming problem. If the subjective conditions are given in an inequation form, we call this LPP to be in the canonical form. Now, what we have to do to apply simplex method to solve this canonical LPP, we have to convert it into a standard LPP. How do we do that? If we have less than or equals to or greater than, for that matter, greater than or equal to, if we have these two inequations, we have to add slack or surplus variable and make it into equal to sign and convert the given LPP into standard form. Once if we convert the canonical form into the standard form, we are ready to apply simplex algorithm and solve the given LPP. Now let us convert this into standard form. Subjective constraints. First equation is 2x1 plus x2. This is less than is equals to, means we have to add something so that the given equation will become equal to, left hand side is equals to right hand side. Some value is less than, we have put a less than signature. So to make it an equal to, we have to add something at the left hand side. Now x1 plus 2x2 minus 2x3 plus s2 is equals to 20. Now x1 plus 2x3 plus s3 is equals to 5, and non-negative restrictions x1, x2, x3, also s1, s2, s3, all should be greater than or equals to 0. Now what will happen to the objective function? Now the objective function, maximize z is equals to 2x1 minus x2 plus 2x3 plus 0 into s1 plus 0 into s2 plus 0 into s3. Now, complete linear programming problem which was in canonical form we have converted into the standard form by introducing slack variables, and we have introduced s1, s2, s3. So there will be change in the objective function without much difference. We have put s1, s2, s3 also in our objective function with a constant 0, multiplying it with a 0, and we have given a non-negative restriction also. So now this is the new problem which is ready to, we can apply now the simplex algorithm. Now, the same simplex table we have to draw here. XD, we have x1, x2, x3, x1, x2, x3, and we have s1, s2, s3. We'll write the cost Cj. What is the cost of this? x1, 2, minus 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. Now, we are going to write the subjective constraints here. See the first equation. This is your basis, that is 10. And what is the coefficient of x1? 2. Coefficient of x2? 1. Is there x3 here? No. So we are going to put 0. s1 is here. Coefficient is 1. s2 is not there, so we put 0. s3 is not there, we put a 0. Now take the second equation. Here basis is 20 and coefficient of x1, x2, x3, s1, there is no s1, s2 is there, s3 is not there. Now the third equation, 5 is the basis, and here x1 1, x2 2, x3, there is no x3, there is no s1, there is no s2, and s3 is 1. Now YB. Where is your identity matrix? 1 0 0 is at S1, 0 1 0 is at S2, and 0 0 1 is at S3. And the last column is CB. Now what is the cost of S1? The cost of S1 is 0, cost of S2 is 0, cost of S3 is 0. Now we have completely filled our table. This is called simplex table. First simplex table, we have taken it out from the given standard form. We will get a problem in a canonical form. That canonical form problem we have converted into the standard form, and that standard form we have written in a table form. Now this table has nothing in it. Only whatever is there in your problem is that we have written, and this is in a matrix form. We will perform some matrix operations here and solve the linear programming problem by simplex method. Now, we have to find out Zj minus Cj. What is Zj? Cb into Xi plus summation Cb into Xi. How it will be? What is Cb here? 0 into Xi, put 1, x1. What is the value of x1? 2 plus 0 into 1 plus 0 into 1, which is equals to 0 into 2 plus 0 into 1 plus 0 into 1. What is the value? We are multiplying everything with a 0, so we will get a 0 minus Cj. This is Zj is equals to this value, Zj minus Cj. Zj you got 0 minus what is Cj? 2. So you will get the value as minus 2. Here you get the value minus 2. Now again for the second one, put x is equals to 2 here. So Cb into 1 plus Cb into 2 plus Cb into 2. So Cb happens to be 0. So you will get your Zj value to be 0. 0 minus of minus 1 will get you plus 1. Again you multiply with zeros and add, you get a 0 minus 2, you will get minus 2. And 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 will be 0. Now here 0 minus 0 will be 0. And again 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Now we have to search for the most negative value. Here is the type, minus 2 and minus 2. Now which one you are going to choose? Which one you are going to choose? We are going to choose the leftmost value. If there is a type, we are going to choose the leftmost value, and that we perform xb by which row is and which column is entering? x1. x1. So 10 divided by 2 is equals to 5. Then 20 divided by 1 is equals to 20. And 5 divided by 1 equals to 1. Now here also the least one we have to choose. We got 5 and 5, which is a tie. So if you get Zj minus Cj, if there is a tie, you are going to choose the leftmost value, and if xb by xi is there is a tie, we are going to choose the topmost value. This row will enter and this column will enter, and the intersection point we call it as pivotal element. Pivotal element. Now this pivotal element should be equals to 1, and the remaining elements in that column should become 0. How they become 0? We will perform a operation, that is matrix operation transformation here, and then we will make this as 1, pivotal element as 1, and all the other elements in the columns to be 0. Now this is the old table and this is the new table we should consider. Now what I have to do, the first task is I have to make a pivotal element into 1. How can I make a pivotal element into 1? Here this value is 2. If I divide complete row with 2, this term will become 1, right? Yes. So old R1, old table में first row you divide by 2. So what are the values of the old row? 10 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2, 0 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2, 0 divided by 2 and 0 divided by 2. Now what are the values? 5, 1, half, 0, half, 0 and 0. These are the values. After performing the transformation, we get the values to be as 5, pivotal element 1, the other element half, one more element is 0, half, 0 and 0. Now successfully we have converted the pivotal element into 1. Now what is the next task we have to perform? We have to convert this element into 0. How we would do that? So one more operation. What is that one more operation? This is old R2 you are converting minus new R1 is what? 1 and here is what? 1. If we subtract this from this, we are going to get 0, right? New R1. Old R2 values we have to write. 20, 1, 2, minus 2, 0, 1, 0. You look at the values of R2. Old table में R2 is second row. All the values we have put. 20, 1, 2, minus 2, 0, 1 and 0. Now what we have to do? We have to subtract these values from new R1. What are the values of the new R1? 5, 1, half, 0, half, 0 and 0. 20 minus 5, 15, 1 minus 1, 0, this is 3 by 2 and this is minus 2 and this is minus half, here it is 1 and this is 0. So what are the values for the second row? 15, 0, 3 by 2, minus 2, minus half, 1 and 0. Now this also we have to convert it into 0. So how do we do that? That we'll do old R3 minus new R1. So what do you have? Old R3 में 5, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1 minus new R1. What is the new R1? 5, 1, half, 0, half, 0 and 0. So you get 0, 0, 3 by 2, 0, minus half, 0 and 1. So this is 0, 0, 3 by 2, 0, minus half, 0 and 1. Now you carefully observe Where is the identity matrix here? Where is 1, 0, 0? 1, 0, 0 is at x1, 0, 1, 0 is at x2, and 0, 0, 1 is at x3. Now what is the cost of x1? 2. Cost of s2? 0. Cost of s3? 0. Now what we have to find out? Zj minus Cj. How are we going to Zj minus Cj? How are we going to get the Zj minus Cj? Here, 2 into 1 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0. 2 into 1 is 2 and these two are 0. 2 minus what is Cj? 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. And the next is 2 into half is 1 and the remaining 2 are 0. 1 minus of minus 1 will become 2. And the next one, 2 into 0, 0, 0 into minus 2, 0, 0 into 0. All the zeros minus 2. So you got minus 2. Here 2 into half is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 2 into 0 is 0. 0 into 1 is 0. 0 into 0 is 0. Minus 0 would be 0 only. 2 into 0, 0. 0 into 0, 0. 0 into 1 is 0. 0 minus 0 would be 0. Now, what is the most negative one? All the two elements are positive. Only one negative is there and remaining are zeros. So, the least negative one is minus 2. That means xb divided by, which one is entering? x3. So what is xb? 5 divided by 0. What is this? 5 divided by 0 is infinity. And 15 divided by minus 2. 15 divided by minus 2. So this is minus 7.5. Then the last one is 0 divided by 0, which is 0. Now here, which one is the least one? Is 0 least, minus 7.5 least, or infinity least? Here the trick is, xb by anything must be positive values only. If you get other than positive values, then if we get 0, we don't consider. If we get infinity, we don't consider. If we get minus values, we don't consider. We will only consider the positive values. How, if there is a 1, let us say if this is 5 divided by 1 and it is 5. So here is a positive value, we would have chosen this. We won't consider minuses and zeros. And also infinity we don't consider. That means this problem we are stuck here. We cannot move forward. Such a property we call it as unbounded solution. So the given problem which has 3 variables, I wanted to show you how to solve a 3-variable LPP using simplex method. So I have started with a 3-variable problem, x1, x2, x3. So we have converted the canonical form into standard form by introducing in the subjective condition, if the inequality is less than or equal to, we are going to introduce slack variables. If it is greater than or equals to, we are going to introduce surplus variables. After converting, I have put that in a matrix form where I got a identity matrix for S1, S2, S3. These 3 elements, slack variables, you should remember that in the first table you should have an identity matrix for the slack and surplus variable. Here we got 3 by 3 identity matrix, and that 3 by 3 identity matrix we have identified and we have put all the costs. We found out Zj minus Cj, and there was one Zj minus Cj, that is the first one, which is the least negative, most negative one, and that row in that column entered, and we have found out xb by x1, and these values, this ratio xb by x1 ratio, we got all the positive values, but there is a tie between first row and the third row. We are going to choose if there is a tie, we are going to choose the topmost one. So the first row we have chosen, here the first column we have chosen, the intersection of the first row and the first column is called pivotal element. Our task would be, we should make convert the pivotal element into 1, and the remaining elements of the pivotal column should convert it into 0. That we have done with the operations, and we got. Again we found out the Zj minus Cj. Zj minus Cj means there is only one negative value. Obviously this basis will enter, x3 will enter. We have found out ratio of xb by x3. There we got our infinite and a negative value and a 0 value. All the three we cannot consider according to the algorithm. We should not consider 0, we should not consider infinite, and we should not consider negative values. So there is no possibility of considering any row to enter. That means we have to stop our problem. That means there is unbounded solution to the given problem. Everybody understood it? Yes. If you have done this, we will move on to the next problem. The next problem problem number 2. Maximize z is equals to 2x1 plus x2 subject to the constraints 4x1 plus 3x2 less than or equals to 12, 4x1 plus x2 less than or equals to 8, 4x1 plus 2x2 less than or equals to 8, x1 comma x2 greater than or equals to 6. So this is the problem given. First look at the subjective constraints. All are in equations with less than or equals to. So we have to make this canonical form into standard form by adding the slack variable. So how do we do? 4x1 plus 3x2 plus s1 is equals to 12. 4x1 plus x2 plus s2 equals to 8. 4x1 plus 2x2 plus s3 is equals to 8. x1 comma x2 comma s1 comma s2 comma s3 greater than or equals to 0, and maximize z is equals to 2x1 plus x2 plus 0 into s1 plus 0 into s2 plus 0 into s3. These are subjective constraints. Now the first task, first step is over. We have converted a given canonical form LPP into standard LPP so that we can apply simplex algorithm to it. Now we have to draw the simplex table. To solve the problem by using simplex, we have to draw simplex table. So what are the costs? 2, 1, 0, 0. First row is 12, 4, 3, 1, 0, 0. 8, 4, 1, 0, 1, 0. And it is 8, 4, 1, S2, S3. The identity matrix is at S1, S2, S3. And the cost of S1 is 0, S2 is 0, S3 is 0. Now we have to find out Zg minus Cg. 0 into 4 plus 0 into 4 plus 0 into 4 is 0. 0 minus Cj2 is minus 2. And if you multiply all this and add with the zeros, you get a 0, minus 1. And zeros all 0, 0, 0. We have two values, and out of these two, whichever is the most negative, minus 2 is the most negative. So this column will enter, that is xb by x1. So 12 divided by 4, which is 3. 8 divided by 4 is equals to 2. 8 divided by 4, which is equals to 2. Again there is a tie between the least values. So which one we have to choose? We have to choose the above one. So this row will enter and this column will enter. So our pivotal element would be 4. Now our task is to convert the pivotal element into 1. How do we do that? So old R2 divided, I should make it 1. So I divided by 4. That means 8 divided by 4, 2, 4 divided by 4, 1. 1 divided by 4 is 1 by 4, and 0 divided by 4 is 0. 1 divided by 4 is 1 by 4, and 0 divided by 4 is 0. So we have converted. First part is over. Now I have to make this as 0 here. So how to convert it? Old R1 minus 4 into new R2. Old R1 is 12, 4, 3, 1, 0 and 0 minus 4 into R2 minus 4 into 1, 4 into 1 by 4, 4 into 0, 4 into 1 by 4, 4 into 0. So this is 12 minus 8, 4, 4 minus 4, 0, 3 minus 1, 2, 1. This is 1 minus 1 and this is 0. So 4, 0, 2, 1, minus 1, 0. Now I have to convert this also into 0. How do I do that? Old R3 minus 4 into new R2. Old R3. 8, 4, 2, 0, 0, 1 minus 4 into 2, 4 into 1, 4 into 1 by 4, 4 into 0, 4 into 1 by 4, 4 into 0. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, this is 0 and this is minus 1 and this is 1. So the values are 0, 0, 1, 0, minus 1 and 1. Now first search where is an identity matrix. 1, 0, 0. Where is 1, 0, 0? S1. 0, 1, 0 is at X1. And 0, 0, 1 is at S3. Cost of S1 is 0. Cost of X1 is 2. Cost of S3 is 0. Now, Zj minus Cj. 0 into 0, 0 into 1, 2 into 1 plus 0 into 0. This is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Then 0. Half minus 1 is minus half. And 0, 0, 0 minus 0. 1 by 2. And this is 0. So there is only one negative value which will enter. That is your xb by x2, which is 4 divided by 2, 2 divided by 1 by 4, that is 8, and 0 divided by 1, which is equals to 0. We are not going to consider 0. So out of 2 and 8, 2 is minimum. First row will enter, second column will enter. So this is your pivotal element. This is given problem. This is first iteration. Now we have entered into the second iteration. Now, until you reach Zj minus Cj is all positives and zeros, you stop the problem. If there is at least one negative also, we have to perform an iteration. so that we get all the positive values or 0 values. Other than that, we cannot stop the problem. Now let us see. Which row is the pivotal element row? First one. And first one, pivotal element should be 1. Pivotal element should be 1, matlab what we have to do? Old R1 divided by 2. So what it will be? 4 divided by 2, 2. 0 divided by 2, 0. 2 divided by 2, 1. 1 divided by 2, minus 1 divided by 2, and 0 divided by 2. You have changed the element, pivotal element into 1. Now the other elements we should change it to zeros. So how do we change? First we will change the second row. So what is the second row? Old R2. What is the value for the pivotal? 1 by 4. And here we have 1. So how we can make? Minus 1 by 4 into new R1. Now old R2 values 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 1 by 4. 2, 1, 1 by 4, 0, 1 by 4 and 0. Minus 1 by 4 into 2, 1 by 4 into 0, 1 by 4 into 1, 1 by 4 into half, 1 by 4 into minus half, that is plus half, 1 by 4 into 0. This is 0 and this will be 3 by 8, and here it is minus 1 by 8, here it is 0, here it is 1, and here it is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, 1, 0, minus 1 by 8, 3 by 8 and 0. Now the last one we have to make this also as 0. How do we do? Simply R3 minus new R1. Old R3. What are values of old R3? 0, 0, 1, 0, minus 1 and 1. New R1, 2, 0, 1, half, plus half, 0. So this is nothing but minus 2, 0, 0, minus half, and 1. So minus 2, 0, 0, minus half, 1. Now search for the identity. 1, 0, 0 is x2, 0, 1, 0 is x1, and 0, 0, 1 is s3. Now the cost of x1 is 1, 2 and 0. Now Zj minus Cj. 0, 2, 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. And here 1 minus 1 is 0. Here minus half plus half, half minus 2 by 8 minus 0. This is Zj and this is the Cj. So our 8 is the LCM. 4 minus 2, that is 2 by 8, 1 by 4. 1 by 4. And next it is minus half plus 3 by 8. So this is 8 minus 4, 3 is equal to minus 1 by 8. 0, 0, 0. Now the most negative one is this one. This will enter. That means xb by s2. So what is xb by s2? 2 divided by minus half, which is minus 4. Here it is 3 by 2 into 8 by 3. 4. And here it is negative. So both the negatives we won't consider. We'll take this column and this row. This one is your pivotal element. Now what we have to do, we have to perform the same iteration. I think we are running short of time. I will give the iterations here. You see what is happening in this problem. Now, here S2 is entering. In our first table, what we had is the basis S1, S2, S3. Now again it is repeating. The S2 is entering. Later next stage mein S3 will enter. If you perform this operation, you are going to see that the loop will be coming. S2, later S1, then again S3. We are not always, there would be one negative value. That means the problem is not over, and that how it is happening, there is forming the loop. S1, then S2, then S3, again S1, S2, S3. The basis which is going in is forming a loop. So we call such type of problems to be degenerate problem. Degenerate. So today we have seen two examples of solving an LPP using simplex. First one, we have taken up 3 variables and started doing, but we could not arrive at an answer, solution. Why? Because the XB by S ratio, we cannot choose a row. Why? In that ratio में there are negatives, there was an infinite and there was 0. So we cannot, there were no positives, so we have to stop our problem even though there were negative signs here. So that is unbounded solution we got to the first problem. And the second problem is, it is going on repeating. S1, we have started with S1, S2, S3, but again the S2 is entering. After S2 entering, S1 will enter. So bases are going on repetitively entering. So the we call those problems to be degenerate problems. Degeneracy. So, by this we conclude today's class. Hope you have understood and solved the problems in the textbook. You will be very clear. Thank you.